Just kidding. Okay, so what we're going to be going into today, quick live video. We're going to just talk about some goals and stuff like that in general. I know it's spontaneous. What? Corey didn't make 1,000 posts today. Going into it, we are talking about SMART goals. We had a lot of questions yesterday, or a lot of messages after the video on Tuesday. And I just kind of wanted to break it down for people, a little bit further for goal-specific training. Now, remember, the acronym stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. So when you're honestly asking yourself specifically what you want to do, make it something that's important to you, something that you know that you can achieve. Now, don't be afraid to, branch out, or not branch out, that's a bad way to say it. Don't be afraid to do something you've never done before, but make it so it's important to you, okay? Now, when you put that specific down, ask yourself why. Why do I want to achieve this? And it could be anything you wanted. Like, it could be the stronger the why, the more motivated you're going to be to stay the task. So basically, you want to make it emotional, make it something that's going to be so powerful and so meaningful that you really don't have a choice but to continue on. Now, sometimes a lot of people say, well, my mother or my father or my brother or my significant other died of diabetes or a heart attack, and I don't want to do that. That is very powerful. That is something emotionally that you can tie to your specific. So the stronger the specific, the more motivated you're going to be with your goals. So make sure that's a solid, grounded in, pounded in concrete, carve it out, and make it emotionally invested in your life. Nobody has to know it but you. I mean, obviously, if you work with a trainer or coach, or you have a strong foundation of friends around you, then maybe share that with them, and they can help you stick to the task. For example, I had a client today who came in, and she said, "I'm doing this for me." Okay, I'm not going to mention any names. She probably knows exactly who she is, but so literally, I used that in our session. She was struggling to get the last 2 reps, and I said, do this for you. Prove to yourself that you can do this. And she banged out those last 2 reps like she was a champ. So you can go back to that during those struggle times in your workouts when you're trying to eat healthy and you're like, man, I just want to eat the donut. Go back to that why. Go back to that specific and make it as powerful as you can. Okay? Next up is measurable. How you want to focus on measurable, right? That could be anything, could go for anything. You could basically, a scale, weekly weigh-ins, a journal, a weightlifting journal. What's up, Andrew? How you doing, man? I'm getting your text messages. Sorry, I'm not ignoring them. Obviously, I'm doing something here. But going back to measurements, make it a habit. Make it a ritual, like weigh-in Wednesdays, which I'm actually going to be starting soon in this group. So weigh-in Wednesdays, take your measurements once every 2 weeks or something like that. Don't do it every day. If you need help with that, don't be afraid to reach out, but don't become a slave to the measurement. Just make sure that it helps hold you accountable to your actions, okay? Make sure you have your journals out there, keeping logs of everything that you're doing in your workouts, in your nutrition. There's MyFitnessPal for your nutrition. You can log your meals every day, okay? A great way to start new goals, especially trying to keep track, is buy a calendar. Okay, buy this calendar, and on day 1 that you start your new goal, you put a red X or a blue X, or just put an X, okay? And then the next day that you do it, I'm going to say measurement all day. Make sure you do it every day, and then once you start seeing a pattern being created with this X on your calendar, or a sticker or a smiley face or whatever helps you feel better about it, you're going to start seeing a pattern, and you're going to start seeing a chain, right? And you don't want to break that chain, because then you got to start over. Make sense? Hopefully. Perfect. So find something that works for you. Silly youths. Find something that works for you that you can use throughout your life to keep you hold yourself accountable and use those measurements, right? Measurements. And it could be literally, like, again, it could be the scale, it could be a tape measure, it could be a calendar, it could be your journals, whatever you can use to help keep you going to track your progress. Next up, attainable or action plan. What is your plan for this? This is where somebody that might be more experienced or has walked down this path before can help you out with that, right? They can show you what they did and help you through the course and show you how to make a plan. Then I want you to write that plan down. It goes back to measurements. Okay, write it down. Keep track of it. Put it on your fridge, anywhere that you can see it every day. Put it on your mirror. Somewhere that you look at it every day and you can see it, so you have that motivation to keep going every day. An action plan could also be used by a coach or a trainer. You can find an online trainer. You can ask me. You can ask anybody at your local gym to help you start and keep going on with your action plan. Make sure that it's something that you can do and something that's smart. What's up, Elena? Make sure that it's solid, that you can continue on, and it's safe for you to do, especially if it's a new training program and you're new to the gym. Reach out and ask for help. Okay, don't do this alone. All right, now the next one, realistic or relevant. Okay, why is this goal relevant? Going back to what we were talking about before, with the specifics and finding your why and making it emotional, this is where that one comes in. Relevant. I didn't see you say hi, Rachel. Sorry. Sheesh. Gosh, you guys are needy today. Make it relevant. Make it realistic. Now, the two kind of go hand in hand. Realistically, make it something that you can accomplish. Obviously, like if you want to squat 800 pounds in a month, obviously that's not very realistic. Make sure that it's solid for you to accomplish, right? Make sure you want to, or make sure that it's not like lose 150 pounds in 3 months. I'm sorry, that's also not very realistic unless you have like liposuction or something like that. And well, let's face it, that's not very cool. Let's not be like that. Unless obviously you have some condition that you have to have it. Whatever. Anyway, so just tie them together. Like if you want to lose 50 pounds in 4 months, that's a little bit more realistic. It's a little steep, but it is possible if you put foot to ass and make shit happen. Yes, I just swore over Facebook Live. So if that offends anybody, sorry, not sorry. I'm just trying to be as real as I can. And then put that why behind it. Put that reason to make it relevant to you. So far, so good? Sweet. Lastly, put a timestamp on it. Mark this on your calendar. I think we did this with Andrew. I told him to mark it on his calendar a year from now. I'm not going to say his goal because that's his goal and it's his thing, but he did. He sent me a message, or he posted on Facebook. So he's like, in a year from now, my Facebook memories is going to pop up and say, I am doing this by this date. Okay, you can do it on Facebook. You can write it on the calendar. You can put it on your fridge. Make it so it's there for you to achieve. So something you can look forward to, something to hold you to the task that you have created for yourself. Okay? Be there, show up for you with these goals. Okay? With that, all that being said, that's it. Good for you, Andrew. Thanks for sharing it with everybody. You just gotta make these goals for you. Make them for whatever you want to accomplish in your life that's going to make you a better person. Don't do it for anybody else, unless your kid, if like your kids are your why, then obviously that would be okay. But don't do it for somebody that you see on Facebook. Don't do it to look like somebody you see on social media. Don't do it for your ex. Do it for you. Okay, be the better person for you. Show up for yourself and make it powerful, because this is a hard road. And I know a lot of you are beginners. Some of you are not, but if you've worked with me or you're working with me, then you probably already know that I am all about consistency, and I will not sugarcoat this. Changing your lives when it comes to fitness and nutrition is a very hard thing, okay? With this group, it's going to make it a little bit easier because we can hold everybody accountable, but at the same time, you're going to have your ups and your downs, but that's why we create these SMART goals, so we can go back to everything that we want to achieve, look at our why, look at how we're going to hold ourselves accountable, look at our action plan, and stay the course, okay? That's all I got. I'm going to write this up right now. I will post a link after I upload this on YouTube, as well as you guys can come back to the Facebook Live. As always, I appreciate you guys sharing and communicating with me throughout the group. It means the world to me. So keep up the good work and stay motivated.